Hello guys, how's everybody doing? Today I'm gonna DIY a radish cake. Let's check it out. First, we have to go and get some good fresh radish. Make sure it's very fresh. Here you can see the skin is very thin, it's not too thick. If you see the skin is too thick, the radish might be too old. So here we might need 4 of this, around 3.2 kg. Yes, we need around 4, estimate at 3.2. Yes, great, that's exactly how much I want. 3.2 kg. Let's get going. Yay. Let's go home now. Okay, first of all you need to clean up your radish, peel off the skin, get it all clean up. Okay, now slice up the radish so it's easier. Slice it into 4. I find it easier to do the scraping after this. Just like that, slice it into 4 pieces. Then you need 2 types of scrapers. One is for thinner strips and the other one is for the thicker strips. Just like that. Okay, so let's get started here with scraping down thinner strips. Just in case, if you do not have any scrapers with larger strips, you can cut it into larger strip yourself, so it's not a problem. It's not a must to have a larger scraper. Out of the 4 radish, I recommend to cut out 1 portion of a radish into thicker strips. So if you do not have this scraper, you can cut it by knife, just something like this, a thicker strip versus a thinner one. The thinner one are easier to drain out waters, whereby the thicker one is for al dente kind of taste, so it won't be too mushy. Okay, here we need to squeeze out the water from the thinner portion of the radish. We bought 4 radish and we scrape 3 radish into thinner strips, and now we need to drain out the waters. We need the water. Here we need the radish water to dissolve the powder, to dissolve the rice powder. Here the secret to this recipe is you do not need to add any water apart from the radish water itself. It is just perfectly enough, perfectly good enough to dissolve the 600 grams of rice powder with. Okay, here we're almost done. here you see we squeezed out all the water from the radish. Okay, now we need to dissolve this rice flour. This is a 600 gram weight of rice flour. Adding to the radish water and dissolve it. Give it a good stir to incorporate the water and the flour together nicely. Okay, add in more. As I have said earlier, you do not need to use any water apart from the radish water itself. It is just perfectly good enough. Yeah, you need to keep stirring, incorporating everything together to make sure they mix smoothly. All the flours are smoothly mixed together. Here I recommend to add 2 to 3 teaspoons of salt into the mixture and give it a quick stir. Make sure everything incorporates very well together. Then your mixture should be like this, not too runny and not too thick. Then we need to fry the radish till it's softened. And I recommend to fry it with together some ginger and garlic just to get the aroma taste of the herbs. Adding the radish just to give it a quick fry to soften it up. When the radish is softened up and ready, please remember to remove all the herbs, the ginger, the garlic. Please remove them all. Make sure they're all removed. Otherwise it won't taste as that good when it's incorporated into a cake. So make sure to remove all those. Okay, now we're done with the frying process. Remove it from the wok and set aside. Here in the radish cake, I am adding some dry shrimps, dry Chinese sausage, scallop, and dried aged pork. Here they're all steamed for half an hour and diced into small pieces. Now I will need to give it a fragrance, so I will need to give it a quick stir fry. Again, I like to add in some ginger and garlic until it's a little bit fragrant. You can smell it out of the ginger and the garlic. Then we get a small spoon. Add in 1 teaspoon or 1.5 teaspoon of grounded pepper. Then add in the pork and the dry shrimp, sausages. Add them all in. Give it a quick stir fry. Now the scallop has to wait till the very last, because if you put it too early, over frying of the scallop will be too stiff, so that will be not good. Again, please remove all the garlic and ginger, then add in the scallop. switch off the fire because we do not want to overcook the scallop. And just give it a stir in. Okay, here, please add in all the spices into the radish and mix them well together, incorporate them well together, give it a good mix. Make sure they're mixed together nicely. If you still find some herbs in this process, please remove it, like the ginger and the garlic you added earlier. Please remove all those herbs. So after everything is mixed together, we need to give it some taste. We need to add 3 teaspoons of brown sugar, 3 teaspoons of salt, and 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil. And we need to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch into the flour just to hold the mixture in well, because I noticed there are lots of water from the radish still. Then you incorporate the flour mixture into the radish and make sure you mix them thoroughly. Mix them well. Okay, when you mix them well already, you can fill it into the steamer box. Make sure it's tightly packed. So you press it with a spoon to make sure they're all tightly pressed together. This is also very important. Okay, now when it's all packed on the steamer box, you put in some scallop on the top just for decoration purpose. And of course, scallops add sweetness to the radish cake. But if you do not like scallops, then you can quit this process. It's still okay without any decoration on the top. Ta-da! Here it is, all good. 1 hour later, the outcome of the product. As you can see, these are with scallops on the top. Here is the final product. Ta-da! Thank you guys for watching. Thank you very much for your time. Before you go, please like, subscribe, and share my channel, guys. Till our next video. Bye now. See ya.